The sun blazed high over the city of Ouagadougou that afternoon. The streets buzzed with live people buying and selling, motorcycles zipping past, cars honking, and the rich aroma of roasted corn drifting through the market air in the middle of all this movement walked a frail, elderly man named Mr. Dumbia. He was about 75 years old, thin, slightly bent from age, with white hair shining under the harsh sun. He walked with quiet dignity. Years ago, he had been one of the most respected teachers in all of Burkina Faso. Many of the nation's brightest minds had once sat in his classroom. One of them was now the president of the country, Ibrahim Traoré. But time had not been kind to Mr. Dumbia. He lived alone. He had no children, no pension, and his small, crumbling house barely protected him from the elements. Still, every day, he thanked God for life. On this particularly hot day, he had saved a few coins to buy himself one of his favorite snacks roasted corn. At the corner of the market, a woman named Miriam sold roasted corn daily. But Miriam wasn't known for kindness. She gossiped, shouted, and treated certain customers with open disrespect, especially those she deemed beneath her. For reasons known only to her, she deeply disliked Mr. Dumbia. He acts too proud for a poor old man, she would often say, as Mr. Dumbia approached her stand that day. He smiled gently and greeted her. "Good afternoon, my daughter." Miriam didn't smile back. "Please, I would like to buy one corn," he said softly, pointing to a piece. "How much do you have?" she snapped. He pulled out the few coins he had saved and handed them to her. "That's not enough," she yelled suddenly. "You're trying to cheat me, you thief." Shocked, Mr. Dumbia replied, "I've always paid this price. I just want one corn." But Miriam wanted drama. She snatched the corn and began to scream, "Thief! This old man is trying to steal from me. Somebody help." Within seconds, a crowd formed. Some believed her. Some started shouting. Others insulted the old man without knowing the truth. "You're old, but still stealing. Disgusting." Few even tried to shove him. Mr. Dumbia raised his hands and pleaded, "Please, I gave her my money. I just wanted one corn." But no one listened. His eyes filled with tears. His heart broke. Just then, a sleek, black official car was slowly driving by. Inside was President Ibrahim Traoré. He had just finished a meeting and had chosen to take a different route back to the palace. The commotion caught his ear. "Stop the car," he ordered his security. As the car came to a halt, the president stepped out. The moment he saw the old man at the center of the angry crowd, his heart sank. "That's my teacher," he whispered to himself. Without hesitation, he walked straight into the crowd. People gasped. Some moved back in disbelief. Miriam froze when she saw who it was. "Good afternoon, sir," she stuttered, trembling. President Traoré looked at her, then at Mr. Dumbia. "Mr. Dumbia," he said gently. The old man looked up. His eyes widened in disbelief. "Ibrahim, my son," he whispered. The president held his teacher's trembling hands and said, "Please, sit down." A guard brought a chair. Mr. Dumbia sat, shaken. The president then turned to the crowd, his voice steady, but filled with quiet rage. "Who accused this man of stealing?" Miriam raised her hand slowly. "Sir, it was me. Speak clearly. It's what happened." She repeated her lie. "Okay." The president listened, then turned to Mr. Dumbia. "Sir, is this true?" Mr. Dumbia shook his head, tears still falling. "No, my president. I gave her everything I had. I just wanted one corn." The president looked back at Miriam. "You accused a man who educated generations, who helped build this nation, of stealing roasted corn. Have you no shame?" The market went silent. He continued, "While you were still a child, this man was in classrooms, shaping the future. He is the reason I stand before you today as your president." He turned to the security guards. "Arrest her for false accusation." Miriam fell to her knees, sobbing. "Please forgive me." The president raised his hand. "Don't ask me," begged the man you humiliated. Miriam crawled to Mr. Dumbia, crying uncontrollably. "I'm sorry, sir. Please forgive me. I don't know what came over me." The old teacher looked at her and said, softly, "I forgive you, but don't ever destroy someone's name out of hate." The president nodded. "Forgiveness is noble, but the law must still be respected. Let this be a lesson to all." The next day, President Traoré called a national press conference. With the whole nation watching, he sat beside Mr. Dumbian, now dressed in clean clothes, looking respected and peaceful. The president spoke. "My fellow citizens, yesterday something shameful happened in our market. An innocent man, my former teacher, was publicly insulted and nearly destroyed because of a lie. A man who helped raise generations of leaders was called a thief." He paused and continued with strength in his voice. "This culture of hate and false accusation must end. From today, those who lie to destroy others will face full consequences under the law. We must rebuild our hearts. We must learn respect." Again, the nation was moved. Social media lit up with messages praising the president. People began sharing photos of their own teachers, thanking them for their sacrifices. A few days later, President Traoré visited the police station personally to see Miriam. She was shocked, embarrassed, afraid. He said to her, "What you did was dangerous. You could have sent an innocent man to his grave. I ordered your arrest, not out of hatred, but to teach a lesson. Hate and lies destroy families and nations." Then he paused. "That is why today I'm pardoning you. Not because what you did was right, but because I want you to change." Miriam cried and promised to become a better person. Days later, President Traoré invited Mr. Dumbia to the palace again. "My teacher," said with a smile, handing him some documents. "This is for you." Mr. Dumbia looked confused, but then tears filled his eyes. It was the deed to a small but beautiful home, built just for him, modern, peaceful, and near the city. "My son, this is too much," Mr. Dumbia said. "You deserve much more." The president replied, "And one more thing," he added. "You once told me you loved bookshops, so I opened one for you. You won't have to work hard. You'll just sit, read, and meet people." Mr. Dumbia broke down again, overcome with emotion. "May God bless you, my son. You've given me a reason to wake up again." The story of Mr. Dumbia and President Traoré spread across the nation like wildfire. It reminded everyone of a forgotten truth. Respect the elderly. Honor your teachers. Reject lies and hatred. Stand up for what's right now. No matter your position, Mr. Dumbia's story didn't end in shame, but in dignity, peace, and national honor. Dear viewers, if this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.